Oh my god, hi! Ugh.
This is a very special Kromatone cosplay. I have with me Mr. Ross Holbrook.
Belphion.
Mr. Belphion is here for me to teach him some things.
Mm-hmm.
I'm about to school you.
I decided it would be a good idea for her to teach me how to hand sew.
And I agreed, so here we are.
Because sure. I haven't done that since home ec.
Yeah.
So that's at least, how old was I in high school? 10 years!
Yeah.
Let's call it 10 years. Let's do that.
We've been out of high school for 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
I'm kind of concerned that you're drinking and I'm not. We'll see how this
Since
goes.
I'm going to be the one handling the needles?
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to sew with you.
That's okay, I'm not that.
So...
This looks way more complicated than I expected it to be.
Well, I just have this out for visual reference because I know I'm a visual learner. The
You see that?
book I'm using right now, and this is going to be just a shameless plug. We're going to cut to a little mini screen there, is The Sewing Book by Allison Smith.
Turn it around. There you go. So we can see it.
We'll show it here,
Mhm.
and then we'll show it here. It's The Sewing Book by Allison Smith. This is just a shameless plug. I love this book. It has amazing reference. I use it whenever I kind of brain fart and forget how to do something. But this is an excellent reference if you want a good, just overall sewing book. So I'm going to leave this out for Ross just for visual reference. So if he gets lost with what I'm doing, he can kind of refer back to the book.
Uh-huh.
Okie dokie. So, first, we're going to start with your thread, sir. Would Becky like blue or would Becky like pink?
I want pink.
No pink? Okay. It's a nice salmon.
Uh-huh.
Now I have a needle on both of these, so... And there's scissors. Okay. And I've got my scissors. And then I have 2 pieces of muslin for both of us.
Mm-hmm.
So, do you remember how to thread a needle?
Sort of.
Okay.
You put it through the thing.
Yeah. All right. So how we're going to start, because for you watching at home, you're going to learn how to do it too. So I just pull your needle. Yep. Put it somewhere where you're not going to lose it immediately.
I gotta set it down.
And then take a length of thread. I like to do like from my hand out and to my shoulder. Yeah. Use your body for measuring. If you're doing handcrafts or if you're doing needle crafts or whatever, like, please use your body to measure. It's
Like
the
that?
best.
Like that?
Uh-huh. Yeah, and then just double it.
Double it.
Yep. So I've got my length of thread. Yeah, you're doing great.
Okay, so far. You gonna cut it?
Yeah.
That's what we're doing?
There you go.
Okay. Now, I'm the kind of person that doesn't let things get messed up, so I see the little thing right there.
Sweet, yeah.
I gotta put it back. Yeah, Lane came over to my house the other day and took a nap in my sleeping bag and then left the sleeping bag on the ground, so...
What an animal.
That was my little 2-cent smooch about... I made up a word there.
So, yep.
Lick it?
Go ahead and
lick
lick
it.
it.
Literally eat the whole thing, huh?
Yep.
Mm.
Yeah, perfect. Because you want
What are you doing, cat?
to
That's
get
my
that
beer.
there.
Get down. Stop. Fuck you. Go away. I know you're sleepy. Sorry. It's just not a Kromatone cosplay video if you're not yelling at the cats.
It's true. We made it through the last one without yelling at the cat. Why not this one? Okay.
I would put money on the fact that we yelled at a cat every single time.
Mostly
in
booze
every
chat.
drunk booze chat, yeah.
Yeah. All right. So go ahead and find the eye of your needle,
Mm.
and I'm just gonna. Oh.
I need glasses.
This is gonna be real cute for both of us.
Yeah, it is.
Are we gonna cut this down?
Oh,
Okay.
maybe.
For time? Alright.
I did it.
So once you have
I
your
did it.
needle threaded,
Don't fuck it
so
up.
good.
Don't fuck it up.
Now grab that end and pull it through.
I'm gonna stab myself just to save the thread.
I believe in you.
Got it. I got it.
Perf. Alright.
I did it. Suck a dick, Alex Trebek.
Yeah. Alright, now go ahead and find your ends. So, just like that.
All the way to the other one. All the way. I got it tangled.
You're okay. Just gently. Yeah, mostly if you think you have your thread tangled, just go real gentle and it's probably fine. Alright, so.
I got it.
You're going to match your ends.
I got it.
You can always slide your needle down later. It's fine.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, go ahead and match your ends. And then there's a couple different knots that you can do. I like to do an overhand knot.
Oh, fuck. I gotta tie this thing?
Yeah. Otherwise, it's going to go straight through your fabric. Alright.
What?
So, keep your ends matched.
Uh-huh.
Like this.
Uh-huh.
Okay. And then I'm going to do this real big so you can see it. Make a loop. Like that.
What?
So, take your ends.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Fold it over. So it's like this. Okay. Yeah, you're good. And then cross it.
Over
So
here?
you're going to want to take your end and cross it.
Right.
Yeah. So here, put it like that.
Trying to match your hand.
If you're left-handed, so if you need to do it the other way, you can. Okay. And then bring your end over your longer piece.
Said cross these?
No, just take the whole thing.
The whole thing.
Take the whole thing and cross
Okay,
it over.
now I got a loop.
Yeah.
I am a stickler to do things the correct way. I don't like making it up as I go, so.
And then tuck your ends
Underneath.
around and through the little loop you just made. Okay.
Private eye. Copyright. I did it. I think I did.
Yeah, you did.
I did it.
And then just get your finger out of there so you can pull it into a knot.
Doesn't matter where the knot is.
You want it as close to the end as you can, but that's fine.
Okay.
That's fine. And then if you need to, you can go ahead and make that knot bigger by just doing the same thing over again.
Do it again. That time it took me literally no time.
Yep. Once you see it once, you're good to go. All right. Cool.
Double knot.
So we have...
Definitely farther away from each other, but that's okay.
That's okay. You'll get better at it as
they
you...
can't see
with
shit
practice.
over there, but you know.
With practice, you'll get better. And that's why we have our...
Where's the knot?
Yeah. All right. Now just make sure that you have your needle
It's on one
opposite of your knot. Yay. All right. Now the first stitch that we're going to be doing today is a very simple hand stitch. I use this one if I'm doing hand basting, and not basting like a turkey, basting as in sewing, where you just kind of do a really loose stitch either to mark something or to pull a pleat. So the first one we're going to be doing is the running stitch.
I thought that said butthole stitch.
We all see where our brains are tonight. We're going to be doing the running stitch, which is just a very simple in and out stitch that almost looks like a bunch of dashes in a row. So what you're going to do, just to give us a little more...
Very similar to basting.
Yes.
You said that already.
I did. And now what we're going to do is I'm just going to take a piece of muslin that you've got and just fold it in half just so that you have a little extra heft.
More half? Half again?
Yeah, no, just take one, because you have two. Just take one and pull
I didn't realize those were... Okay.
Yeah, I prepped this for you.
You did. She was so excited.
So excited! I'm always excited when people want to learn how to sew.
Well, I figured it's a handy skill.
Yeah.
I mean, I have nice work clothes, and
yeah.
Sometimes, I mean, I wear nice work clothes in a job that... I mean, I work retail, and I lift boxes and cut things and rip shit, so I was just like, well, if I can fucking sew a hole in my dress shirts or my ties if I need to, without having to beg somebody to do it for $10.
Yeah, things you should know how to do. First off,
change a tire.
Change a tire, sew on a button, iron.
Ironing's not that difficult.
No, it's not, but you should know how to do it.
And
you should know how to sew on a button. So, guys, you're out there.
Yep.
If you know how to sew on a button and you know how to iron your shirt, doing great. Okay. Ladies, too, honestly. No, it's not going to be sexist here.
Don't leave the ladies out.
Okay. So, you got your needle. And you got your thing. All right. So, I'm going to give you a little demo, and then I'm going to watch you do it. Okay, so you just take your needle, and now I'm right-handed and Ross is left-handed, so this is a really good...
At least I think I am.
Yeah,
I'm ambidextrous.
You're predominantly a lefty.
It's in my left hand, so I'm going to guess I'm left-handed.
So this is a pretty good video for people who are of both sides of the brain. So take your needle.
Nope. I wouldn't have control.
Take your needle.
I got it. It's right here. Can you see it?
Yeah. And then just go into your fabric and come out about a 1/2 inch.
So you're on the folded side. I had to flip my thing around. So go all the way through and then bloop.
And then up. And now when you do it like that, it's easier to keep it in a straight line. And then just go ahead and pull until the knot comes to touch your fabric. Just like that.
Wherever the hell the knot is. There's
Perfect.
the first one.
Yep.
Okay.
And now do
Look at that.
a second stitch about another 1/2 inch.
Away from where it just came out.
Uh-huh. And you're just going to go across. You're going to go from one hand into the other.
Fucked it up already. Nope. It was just the thing.
Good. Awesome. And then just keep going like that.
How do you do this all day?
And with practice, you will get your lines a lot straighter. Another thing you can do for this stitch is, I'm going to show you real quick.
M&M's minis.
M&M's
straight.
minis. Yes. Yeah. See, you're actually doing really well. But another way to speed this stitch up when you get more comfortable is to just go about a 1/2 inch, and then another 1/2 inch.
Oh, you doubling it up, huh?
And then pull it on through. And you can do these as far or as close to each other as you need,
Bloop.
depending on what you're using the stitch for. But this is just for that upper camera. Like I mentioned before, you can use this as a pleat stitch, or if you're doing like a ruffle. I'm just going to show you on that upper cam. If you just pull this gently, look at that.
Look at
So this is a very multi-purpose stitch. This is probably one of the most... Yeah, that looks really good.
Explosive!
There we go. So that's your first one. Now to finish this one off, we're going to do a little knot.
Snip it? Oh.
You're going to go like this.
So you just... Is
And
that what you
then
did?
pull it as close to the fabric as you can.
Did you just loop it under? Nope, I didn't do nothing. Do that again. What?
Okay, so you got it like that.
Uh-huh.
And I like to just take my needle and go right under. And then grab your needle.
I don't feel like I'm not doing it right. And go through there?
Yeah, you did it fine. But you want to, just slide that knot down as close to the fabric as you can get. And then put your finger over where they meet the fabric, and then keep it there. Yep.
Until
It's a little knot. And again, if you feel like
mine slid out a little bit, but that's fine.
Okay. Yeah, you're good. It gets easier with practice, just like anything would with practice. Okay. Boop.
Does anybody want to teach me piano on YouTube? That would be
and then
noisy.
I'm just gonna do a snip and a snip. And there you go. There's our first one.
What is your cat looking at? I'm sorry. It doesn't matter for YouTube.
I don't know. All right.
Hey,
now,
look. I did it.
Do you remember how to do...
I did.
You did.
I did it.
You did. No, it's good.
Look at the lines. I'm too proud of this. Look, there's lines on both sides. You don't even know what's going on.
It looks pee good.
It looks pee good.
All right. Now, do you remember how to tie a
Gotta
knot?
do it again.
Yep. Because now, I'm going to go ahead and tie my knot while Ross is tying his
Like a
knot.
balloon?
Yeah, just like a balloon. That's actually I didn't think about that. That's a really good way. If you've tied a knot on a balloon, that's how you tie a knot on a thread.
I mean, I feel like maybe if you had said that, like, originally, see, I even know how to slide the knot down this time.
Yeah, there you go.
Boom.
All right.
It's still super tiny, but that's fine.
Now, the next stitch that we're going to be doing is the back stitch. And this is a very standard hand stitch for a straight seam, and it's just like a straight stitch like you would do on a sewing machine. Now this looks super complicated. It looks really pretty when you're done with it, but it is going to use techniques that we already know. So I'm actually going to slide this away from us a little bit because I feel like it was in the way for the last stitch that we did.
Yeah, whatever, that's fine.
Okie dokie.
Cool.
Now we're going to start the same way that we did with the running stitch.
Just in.
Yep, just in. And I like to go a little bit shorter for my back stitches.
Teeny weeny.
And now running stitch is a double-sided stitch. Back stitch is a single-sided stitch. And I will show you what I mean in just a minute. All right. Do you have that first stitch done yet? Yeah. Cool. Now take your needle and you're going to go in to where you first went in.
Give me that little thingy. I gotta snip that off. Water.
Meanwhile, in P-land.
How do you do this? Oh.
Like that.
P-land?
Awesome.
No, that was Kevin filling a bottle of water. A cup of juice that is clear.
Yes.
Liquid that is gooder for you than things. You went back into...
Yep. You go back through where you first stitched.
Right. Like literally right through it, or like right next to it?
Right through it.
Right through it.
And then
as through it as you can do it.
And then you are going to stitch forward from where you came out the first time. So
ahead of it?
Yep. So like that.
Okay.
Yeah, awesome. And then pull through.
Private eyes. Okay, and you just do the same thing over and over again?
And then just keep going.
I feel like I remember this one.
This one's pretty standard.
From...
this one's a very multi-purpose stitch.
I feel like this is what I did in home ec. This one, specifically.
This one is one that they teach quite often. This is usually when you are learning how to hand sew something together. This is the first stitch that they teach you.
So that right there?
Yep.
That one.
Yeah.
Just didn't want to skip.
Yeah, so basically you are stitching into where the first stitch, or the stitch before started. And then you're just stitching that same stitch length, I know I'm saying stitch a lot, outside of where you've been. You're basically creating a little
trail, a little tag line.
It's like a little ladder almost.
You know those files that they have you fill out at like the DMV? When you're doing a credit card and it's got the dashes instead of just a straight line, because who the fuck decided that was a good idea? That's what we're doing.
Yeah.
I don't want to pull that all the way through because I stop and talk and I'm not paying attention. I gotta get my line straighter.
And again, with practice, they'll get a little straighter. And now we are doing these stitches on just plain unbleached muslin. I prefer teaching on muslin because it is a woven fabric. It's just a nice lightweight cotton. And it looks better for the camera because it doesn't have a print on it. How's that working for you?
It's slow but steady.
It's happening.
Wins the race. Good thing you can poke holes 100 times without making a big mess.
Yeah, another reason why I like to use muslin. It is very forgiving.
Are there fabrics that aren't?
Oh, yes.
Like you poke a hole and you're screwed?
And it's there forever. Like,
what kind of fabrics are that?
At work, I use a lot of ripstop nylon.
Oh, okay. That makes a lot of sense.
Once you put a hole in it, it's there forever. I mean, like, if it's small enough, you can kind of work around it. But once there's a needle hole in there, it's there for forever. Or pleather, any kind of plastic.
That makes... Okay. See,
holes.
I'm learning things.
Holes. Also, depending on very lightweight fabric. So if you're using a silk or a satin, you have to be incredibly precise when you are doing those things because they will snag and run, and there will be holes in them forever as well. They look really, really, really beautiful once they're all done and together, but when you're working with them, they can be a little challenging.
Speaking of pleather, what do I got to do to get you to fix that zipper on my Organization 13 cloak? Shameless Kingdom Hearts 2 plug. Boo.
You gotta get me a zipper.
That sounds like it could be easy, but I'm not sure.
All right.
Where do you buy a zipper? I'm guessing Joann
At the
Fabrics.
fabric store. Or
Yes.
online, depending on what kind of zipper you need.
Fabric store. My dashes are getting longer.
Well,
I should probably chill the fuck out with those dashes.
that can be a design choice.
Elongating and then shortening your dashes.
Yeah. Why not?
Make it really, really, really extravagant.
Yes. Very extravagant. Actually, the next stitch I'm going to show you is a little extravagant. It's a little more of a decorative stitch. Because I thought, why not 2 utilitarians and a little more decorative.
Well, let's save that for episode 2.
Episode
Because
2.
apparently we're going that far, yeah.
Well, we can go for more decorative later, but...
I think 2 stitches an episode is more than enough.
You don't want to learn a third one?
Well, I just don't want the video to run too long.
Oh, that's fair. What are we at now?
I don't know, 20 minutes? Yep, 20 minutes.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah, I gotta finish this stitch though. Y'all have to wait. I'm getting there. I'm almost there.
You're doing really well.
Look at that. She's like seamless and.
Now, I legitimately do this for a living, so my speed is not a gauge of your skill.
Incomprehensible.
Like, this is my life all day, every day, so I'm sure that there's a lot of things that you guys do that
She's trying
I
to make
can't
you
do
feel
as
better.
fast.
She's trying to make you feel better about yourself.
I am, because I'm sure that there's a lot of things that people can do out there that I can't do very quickly. I mean, like, you're good at filming and taking photos and things, and I'm not as good as that.
Bear fighting.
And bear fighting, yes.
I'm good at that.
Bear fighting with your bare hands.
All right, you tie it off at the end again?
Yeah, we're going to tie it off again.
How do I do that?
Well, if you want to do a clean one, go ahead
I
and
just do the thing again where I
finish-
loop it in the... Nope, that's not how you do it. What?
Yeah.
Clean one?
Oh, if you want it to be clean like that, like this one.
Oh, you want me to redo it? Okay.
Nope,
Do one more.
there.
Do
Yeah,
one
just stitch into, and then just come out the end of that last stitch.
more.
So instead of
The
doing
same
another stitch, just like that. Yep, and then it makes that clean edge.
Okay.
Okay, and now he did so good. I'm so proud.
I don't have nails anymore. What? What do I do?
Well, just a day in the life. You're gonna go around like that,
Round.
and then pull both sides until it gets
Why am I
flush with the fabric.
clueless about this?
Put your finger there, and then give it a gentle tug.
My brain is dead.
There we go. That one could have been a little better on my part.
Oh, I give up. How do?
Just like
I
that.
don't want to do it anymore. Just cut it.
Is it little? Let me see.
I don't know. Make a loop and twist it and make a bow tie.
Yeah.
Ta-da.
Okay.
My brain is like, no.
This is actually a really
I'm gonna watch you
good,
do it.
a really good moment because this is so short.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna use the back of the needle rather than the pointy end. So I'm gonna take this and then just push that through.
Yeah, see, I never would have got that.
Yeah, no, this one's actually a little more tricky. And then sometimes, like this one, the needle, if you just back it out, will come with it.
Mm-hmm.
And I just have my finger over that so that the knot would be as flush to the fabric as possible.
Mm.
So there you go. And then I'm just gonna boop.
Snip it off.
I'm gonna snip this one. Did I snip yours?
Sure.
Brand new scissors.
Bloop. Too
One more.
close. Bloop. 3 more.
Perfect.
Third
All right.
time's the charm.
So today we learned how. Oh, and then I was gonna show you. The back stitch is a one-sided stitch because the back of it is not as pretty as the front of
Yep.
it.
Mm-hmm.
Still as functional, but not as pretty. So, see the front and the back.
There's that.
Yeah.
There's that. I don't know where that's gonna.
All right.
We'll go with that. Right there.
Just to recap, we learned how to stifle our yawn.
No.
We learned
You didn't.
the running stitch, which is a good stitch for basting.
A good stitch.
For doing ruffles, and for doing markings of things, or if you just want something that's a little decorative that looks a little more rustic, that one's good. And we also learned the back stitch, which is a really good utilitarian stitch if you're doing a straight seam like you would on a sewing machine. And both these are super simple. And
yeah, I figured it out in 20 minutes. So.
Yeah, they're really good beginner stitches. And again, the book that I plugged is The Sewing Book by Allison Smith, and it has the stitches that I showed you, as well as many, many more that I'm sure we're going to be covering in some more videos with Ross as we teach him how to hand sew.
Mm-hmm. If you forget the name of the book, you're failing in more than one area of your life.
The Sewing Book!
Mm-hmm.
It's a great reference. I will put a link to the Amazon link down below.
Brought to you by Smad Madam's Golden Hour.
And Golden Hour.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I hope this was helpful, and we'll see you in the next video.
Yeah, bye.
Bye!